Welcome everyone to another episode of Super Chattin' with Willie. Well, I got some more Super Chats. Again, I don't ask for these when I do my live streams, but if you want a question for me to expand on even more and you feel like you want to donate to the channel, have at it. I don't require it. I do try to answer questions as I see them, but I try to prioritize Super Chat questions when I do get them. And what I want to use the money for is to get stuff for the channel to review. Right now I'm saving up the Super Chat money to pick up some of the Atari 7800 PacMan games, like the PacMan collection by Bob DiCrenzio, and I believe there's a Super PacMan game, and I think there's a Junior PacMan game as well. So roughly, you know, it's going, I don't want to say a total amount, but I'm going to save up to get those cartridges so I can do a PacPalooza 7800. Now I plan on doing a PacPalooza ColecoVision here probably after I do the Microvision live stream Saturday evening, July 25th, which would be tomorrow night if you're watching this on the 24th. If you're watching it on Saturday the 25th, it'll be tonight. If you're watching it after Saturday, July 25th, 2020, it was sometime back. You can go find the video. Covering all the bases. Anyway, let's get to the Super Chat questions here real quick. First one I got was from my buddy Tom Campbell. He just put down, "You rock, Willie. Thanks." Thanks, Tom. I wish you would have asked me a question. I like getting questions for Super Chat so I can expand on them. I tried to scroll back through the chats trying to find a question from you, and I couldn't find anything. So, you know, if you're on the live stream for Microvision, ask a question that you would like for me to go into detail on. I'll see if I can catch it, and I'll try to answer that on the next Super Chat thing. Then I got one from Tony. He asked, "Double Dragon or Final Fight in the arcade? Which one, in your opinion, is better?" Well, I've not really played these games in the arcade because this type of game I'm not really into. It's a beat 'em up game, which, you know, you think, since I like Golden Axe, which is basically the same thing with weapons, and what's another one? Knights of the Round. I like that one by Capcom, which is another beat 'em up, but you got weapons and stuff. I think what's different for me is the setting of the game and what it is. I like medieval type games, things like that. So I like the swords and stuff like that. You do have weapons in Final Fight and also Double Dragon. It's just those games that really interest me. But I did give them a try. You know, I first tried Double Dragon. Double Dragon is a pretty fun game. I can't remember who makes it. Is it Taito who makes it? I can't remember. I don't remember who makes Double Dragon. But anyway, it's a pretty challenging game. I do have a little problem playing it because I'm not very well coordinated when I'm playing video games. So I'm getting beat up quite a bit while I'm playing this game. But it has some really cool enemies in it. And I like how you can pick up different objects like pipes and bats and knives and things like that to fight with. It actually makes a really fun game mechanic. I then tried Final Fight. I can't remember who made that one. Is it Capcom, I believe? I don't know. Anyway, Final Fight in the arcade. That one's a lot of fun. I like the character I like the best is the big burly guy. I like him the best. I don't know why. He's just cool. And this one, like Double Dragon, you have different weapons you could pick up. You know, pipes and swords and other things like that. And the fight mechanics on this one, I had a little bit better time adjusting to, and I was able to play this game a little bit better than I could Double Dragon. The graphics are really well. They remind me a lot of Knights of the Round, the way the graphics are drawn on this game. That might be another reason why I like it so much, because it reminds me of Knights of the Round, which I absolutely love that game in the arcade. It's a very challenging game, especially when you get those ball-headed guys that kind of bend over and charge at you and stuff. Bald guys like me. But I think of the two, which one I would prefer would probably be Final Fight. Mainly because I like the graphics on it. Even though it's a later game than Double Dragon, I just like the visual appeal of the game and also the controllability. I had much more fun playing Final Fight than I did Double Dragon. So I would prefer Final Fight in the arcade. Good question, though, Tony. I really appreciate that. It gives me a chance to try out some arcade games I probably would never ever mess with anyway. All right. Tony also asked another one. Did you ever watch the PacMan cartoon? Now, if you're old like me, there was a cartoon show for PacMan. It had a really catchy theme song, you know, PacMan. Theme song used to crack me up. It was actually a pretty fun cartoon to watch. I didn't watch it very much because I was in the teenage years, you know, early teen years, and at that time I was starting to focus attention on getting a car, you know, and stuff like that. Games and cartoons were kind of like taking the back seat at that time, that stage of life for me. But I did watch them every once in a while. And of course, my favorite character in the show was Mesmeron. He's awesome. I like Mesmeron, man. Pretty cool character. But yeah, I did watch the PacMan cartoon. You can find a lot of the episodes on YouTube if you want to go check it out if you're not familiar with it. It's a pretty fun show to watch. Highly recommend. I like Chomp Chomp too, the little dog. Chomp Chomp, and what was there was a cat too. I can't remember what the cat's name was. Dang it. Oh well. Pretty cool. Pretty cool show. Let's see what else we got here. Tony also asked, without looking it up, do you know all the ghost names in PacMan? Now, I answered this question live, and I did know them. You know, Inky, Pinky, Blinky, Clyde, that kind of stuff. But I got doing some research, you know, and I want to know what some of the names of the other ghosts were in some of the other PacMan games. And there were some real doozies. You see this chart over here. I didn't put this together. I found this on a PacMan fan site. I'll put a link down below where this came from so you can go check it out. But it shows the 4 original ghosts from PacMan and their names, you know, Blinky, Pinky, Inky, Clyde. Then we had Sue for Miss PacMan. We had Dinky from the PacMan series. That wasn't in a game. We had Miro, which was the pal in Pac-and Pal. And of course we have one of my favorites, Tim from Junior Pac-Man. I love that they named a ghost Tim. It just cracks me up. Then we had Yum Yum from Junior Pac-Man. We had Funky from Pac-Mania. We had Spunky from Pac-Mania. Then we had Kinky. 50 Shades of Yellow. That was from Pac-Man Arrangement, 1996. Then we had, of course, Orson from Pac-Man World. Orson. That's awesome. So yeah, there's a lot of different Pac-Man names in some of these other games. They're pretty funny what they name them. Anyway, continuing on, Tony also asked, Pitfall or Pitfall 2? Which one is better? Now, I got my original Pitfall for Christmas, and I played the living daylights out of that game. I really like it. I keep getting lost. I've never completed the game. I am terrible at it. I seem to take the wrong shortcut and end up hitting a frickin' brick wall all the time. But it was a fun game to you know, swing on the vines, jump over the alligators, you know, watch out for the disappearing pits and the barrels rolling along. It was a very entertaining game, and at the time, it was one of my favorites. Of course, when Pitfall 2 was released, I don't remember when I got Pitfall 2. I didn't get it for Christmas or birthday. I think I may have bought it. I don't remember how I got my Pitfall 2. But this eclipsed Pitfall for me. One of the things I like about Pitfall 2 is you have like a checkpoint system. You get so far into the game, you run over this little, like a D-pad symbol on the ground, and that'd be your last checkpoint. So if you die, you return to there. So you're always trying to get as far as you could into the cavern, get in the gold bars, and try to find the next checkpoint and not die, because otherwise you go all the way back to the beginning and do it all over again. Ugh. But I love the game mechanics in this. I like, you know, the different enemies, like the frog, you had the bat, had this pterodactyl looking thing. There was a balloon, I believe, in there. There was I think he was a tiger. I can't remember what his name was, but you'd find him, he'd be sitting there shaking his legs like, ooh. That was one of the things I like about Pitfall 2. I still play Pitfall 2 quite often. It's a pretty fun adventure type game. I do like how you can roam around. You can go wherever you want to. You don't have to do any set pattern, any set course like Pitfall. You only go right, you only go left, down in a hole. Whereas in Pitfall 2, you go up and down, keep going down farther into the cavern. It was a really great exploration game. I had a lot of fun just exploring Pitfall 2. I tried to map it out once. It didn't work out too well. What I do is I would take a Polaroid camera and take a picture of my TV screen, go to the next screen, take another picture, and I must have went through like 30 or 40 things of Polaroid pictures trying to build a map before my mom saw what I was doing. She's like, "Quit wasting the film!" So I didn't get very far with my map. But anyway, pretty cool, pretty awesome. And then the last one I got was from Art. He said, basically, go get him, Willie. This is what I think while I was playing PacMan Jr. I can't remember when this super chat came in. And again, Art, wish you would have asked me a question so I could have expanded on it. Because I appreciate it, getting the super chats, but I don't feel like you're getting your money's worth unless you ask a question I can expand on. So, just like Tony, I'm going to keep an eye out for you on the next stream. And if you got a question you'd like for me to expand on, ask it and I'll try to catch it. Don't send a super chat. Just ask me. Say, Willie, could you answer this one for me in place of a super chat or something like that? And I'll write it down and I'll address it on the next super chat. Anyway, that's episode this time around. Hope to see you all on the next live stream. I typically try to do them every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. If you want to know what live stream I'm going to be doing or if there's one coming up, you can go to the Arcade USA Facebook page and look at the events, because I'll have it listed there. Or if you're not on Facebook, you can go to the community tab on the YouTube channel, Arcade USA. And I'll usually have a post on there announcing the next live stream and when it's going to be and everything. So there's at least a couple places you can go to find out when the next live stream is going to be. So until next time, everyone, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.